To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
Come on, everybody, here we go!
Best day ever!
You are a toy!
Never tell me the odds.
Excelsior!
Ohana means family. Some people are worth melting for.
Soaring to tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Something.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Hyperion Review Live. My name is John, and this week I am joined by three individuals who spent their life looking for the backside of water, and one of them who has no clue what that reference is. That's right, I'm joined by two of my fellow Disney nuts, Danny and Frankie, and Steve, who thinks the Jungle Cruise is the long-lost cousin of Terry Crews. No? There it is. All right. This week we are also joined by somebody who comes over to us from Station 71. And we have been plugging this for quite a while now. Someone who has 5 letters in their first name, someone who has recently shared an exciting life change, and somebody who just got back from a Disney trip and has been on our show multiple times. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to invite back the one and only Brian, not Mario from Station 71.
Yes, Brian, or Mario Light as I'm known.
I would say you're the better male host of that show, but
wow.
yeah, I'm just going to keep that one to myself.
That's big praise, John.
You're more like Mario, and he's more like Wario.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's kind of the name things backwards, but what are you gonna
It
do?
is backwards, but it makes sense to me, and that's what matters.
Well, I did mention it a minute ago, and I think Brian, I want to offer you my congratulations. I know the rest of the people here do, but you're going to be a dad here pretty soon.
Thank you. I am. Yes,
Mazel,
first
baby.
kid. Yeah, so our Disney trips are going to change a little bit here.
Welcome to the
It's
fatherhood.
not going to be a little bit, buddy. It's going to be a lot of it.
It's
You're
funny.
gonna-
After this
You're gonna
most
learn where all
recent
those
trip,
bathrooms are? Oh.
what?
You're gonna learn where every bathroom is that you can change a baby.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna know where every hand sanitizer is.
Oh, and also it's a frowned upon to take a baby in Trader Sam's. Just saying.
That's a letdown. That is a huge bummer.
Now he's going to be your DD. That's the whole point of having a baby, right? So you have a forever DD.
Man, that's like you got to play the 16-year long game for that one.
All right. Well, we did invite you here to play a fun game, and this is something I've been putting together for quite a while now. And officially, my co-hosts here are going to finally get to learn what game we're playing tonight, and that is 25 words or less. And by a show of hands, has anybody ever heard of this? All right, Steve's heard of it.
Yeah.
All right, so where this came from, ironically enough, when I was out in New Jersey crashing Mario's wedding that I didn't actually crash, we were sitting in a pizzeria and I saw this game. I'm like, that'd be a fun game to play. So we are going to play some Disney. Wow, I already forgot what it's called. Disney 25. And Brian, thank you for coming on and giving us that fourth person to keep the numbers even. So basically, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's a game show where you are tasked with giving clues, and in 25 words or less, the intent here is that someone is going to guess your word. Okay. So tonight's game is going to go as follows. One person will be giving the clues, and 2 people will be trying to guess them. Whoever guesses the word correctly will receive 50 points. And I should say whoever guesses the word correctly first will get the 50 points. At the end of 45 seconds, or when all of the words are guessed correctly, the round will end. At the end of 4 rounds, the 2 individuals with the highest scores will move on to the final round. I'm going to be giving each clue giver at least a list of 5 words, and it's the individual's responsibility to give as few words as possible to the partner to guess the actual word. I know this is confusing. I'll give you an example in a minute. Actually, right now. An example would be Kentucky Fried, and then you guys would guess...
Chicken.
Gravy.
Chicken.
You said gravy? So yeah, the correct answer would be chicken. At that point, the giver of the words would have used 2 words, and the guesser would have netted 50 points. Okay, so that makes sense. Pretty.
So you can only
easy.
use 25 total in the round.
Correct. So let's say Brian is going to be giving the words. He can only use 25 words for you to guess the 5 words. If you go above 25 words, you lose 10 points. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
Cool.
Danny. Ooh.
You cannot use the word as a clue. You only have 45 seconds to guess all 5 words. Each word over 25 words is going to lose you 10 points. And in the event of a tie, the person who guesses in the least amount of words will move on to the final. And in the event of a tie there, a coin flip is going to determine who the finalists are. Okay?
Oh boy.
Sure.
It sounds a lot harder than it is.
It does.
Since Danny kind of has a grasp of what's going on, I think we'll have her go first.
Okay.
Before we start, we have to get our contractually obligated Sasquatch reference into the this live, and Danny's dad is poking a bear. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Chupacabra does not dominate Sasquatch. And Danny, if I remember correctly, I sent you guys a very compelling Sasquatch video earlier today.
Yeah,
I think
could,
I think it's really cute that I open your TikToks.
So maybe you can send that to your father to convince him how great Sasquatch truly is. Back to you, John.
All right. Well, I'm waiting for my computer to catch up here because in the
Brandon.
Steve trying to control the show, he shut down the internet.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's because Sasquatch went viral, son.
All right, Danny, I'm texting over your words right now.
Okay.
So that you can take
who's my partner?
You actually are going to be giving the words, and 2 people are going to be guessing them. And those 2 people who are going to be guessing them are Frankie and Steve.
Can I use Google if I don't know what one of the words is?
I would say now would be the time to do that.
I don't know. Okay.
All right.
So who are the people I'm giving it to?
So you are going to be giving the words to Frankie and Steve, and it's Frankie and Steve's responsibility to guess the word, and whoever gets it right first is going to get the points. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready for this.
Brian, I need you to move for me. All right? This is not your anniversary show. I need to make sure you're still alive. All right.
I'm focused, even though I'm not playing this round.
Make sure you're not frozen.
All right, so I'm going to get my timer going here. Like I said, whatever comes first, all 5 words being guessed correctly or 45 seconds. Are you guys ready?
All right.
Let's do this.
Yep.
All right. Timer starts now.
Hockety pockety.
Crotchety.
Song.
No, hold on. Song.
Of.
So far we
You
have
can
hockety
skip to another
pockety
word,
song.
by the way.
What?
You can always skip to a word and come back.
Okay. I'll skip this one, but think about it.
That's the word in this. All right.
Pineapple.
Polynesian.
This is a separate word. Pineapple.
Polynesian.
No.
Pineapples, bitch. I don't know.
Are you serious, guys? Pineapple.
Pizza.
Dolib.
Okay, thank you. All right. Ready, guys?
Yes.
Forever.
Wakanda. Black Panther.
Frankie got it first.
Yep.
Shit.
Pirates is in
Magic Kingdom.
Caribbean. Jail.
Pirates is
No,
in. Oh my
Pirates
God.
is in. Hold on. Pirates is in.
Am I going insane? I think
Adventureland.
these are. Yes, thank you. Okay.
All right.
How many
time.
words am I at, John?
You are at, I believe I had 17.
Okay.
So, I actually in the middle of doing this, 45 seconds was not long enough because nobody would have guessed a word. So I upped it to 90 seconds. So everybody's going to get a minute and a half. Okay.
All right.
Frankie, you got 2
All right.
correct. You did get Dole Whip and you did get Wakanda.
He also got Adventureland.
Yeah.
Okay,
on me
I'll
now.
give him Adventureland. All right, so
I
you got
feel like
3.
I said Wakanda first.
You didn't. You didn't. I heard it. Yeah, you didn't. All right, so I'm curious if Brian got this one. So she said hockety pockety in song.
The other ones I was wanting to burst out at, but actually no.
All right. Go ahead, Danny.
Okay, it's Higitus Figitus, the song that Merlin sings in Sword of the Stone.
And then
I'm
the
just
one
trying
that
to
she
think
did
about it.
not
I'm like, I
get
know where
to.
this is from, but I'm trying to think of what.
The one she didn't get to. I'm curious if you had a word for it.
So the reason I didn't, because I was thinking waking up early or wake
Okay.
up to go to, but I couldn't think of anything in that many words or less. I knew they would get Wakanda. It took way longer for them to get Dole Whip than I thought it would have.
That
thought as soon
one
as I said
was hard to
pineapple.
watch.
I don't even know
Yeah.
what that is.
For some odd reason, my mind actually went to Lilo and Stitch.
That's why I said pizza.
I was like, Lilo and Stitch, and I was like, Polynesian. I don't know. Lilo and Stitch. I was like, I don't know.
All right. Well, I say we move on. Brian, I just sent you your words. Go ahead.
The
Danny.
one I didn't get to, by the way, was rope drop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That would have been hard. So who's guessing on Brian's side?
You guys are going to guess again.
Okay.
Okay. And then what's going to happen is we'll flip here and then you guys will be giving it and they will be guessing.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Brian, did you get your words?
I did.
Do you need to Google any of them?
No. I think I'm good on
For
this
reference,
one.
I had to Google Higitus Figitus because I was like, what the fuck is that?
All right.
Who's
So
guessing?
you and Frankie are guessing again.
Yes, me and you, Steve.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Timer starts now.
Mary Poppins song.
Spoonful of sugar.
Chimney?
No.
For the record, if he doesn't
Die.
answer, you just keep guessing.
Long word.
Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yes.
I'll give it to you.
Or whatever it is.
Fried cinnamon treat.
Churro?
Churros.
Ooh, Steve.
Not pancake.
Crepe?
Waffle. French toast.
Certain type.
Oh my god, you two. Are you
Mickey
fucking
Waffles.
kidding me?
All right, there you go, Frankie.
Gordon Ramsay.
Hell's Kitchen?
There you go, Steve.
Oh boy.
Why? Gordon Ramsay. What?
We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Oh. I get how that relates now.
5 seconds.
Food and wine.
Not rural. Oh geez, that was stupid. Never mind.
Time.
Just
Not rural.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, actually-
How's that?
Hell's Kitchen from Daredevil is what I'm assuming
Thank you.
the reference was.
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
awesome. Because I don't watch Marvel stuff, so I saw Hell's Kitchen and I was like, "Why is this on
I'm like,
here?"
where is Gordon Ramsay on Disney?
What
You
a
got like a
Disney
restaurant
show
I don't
that
know
would
about
be.
yet.
All right. Well, you were formulating a clue for that fifth one.
You saw I skipped it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to break it down by word and do it because
this one, Dan, I gave this one not to Danny because I knew that would give her an advantage. But if I were to give the clue, it would be Disneyland, Pooh Land.
Oh, Critter Country.
There you go. Fox and the Hound was a masterpiece. Okay. All right. So, Steve, I got to say, man, you tied him on that last round. You got 100 points. Frankie got 100 points. But it is the 150 points from the last one that's going to push him into the final. So, good attempt, though, dude. I didn't expect anybody to get Hell's Kitchen. I give you a lot of credit for that one.
That was actually really good, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I just didn't know any of the Disney references. It was stuff that was like general shit that I do.
I didn't either, so it worked out.
All right, so we are going to flip roles now. So, Steve, you can take a break because Frankie is going to be the one giving the clues. And Frankie, I just sent you your words over. And it is Danny and Brian's responsibility to guess what those words are.
All right.
Okay.
So, Frankie, let me know when you're ready. If you have to Google anything.
No, I think I'm good.
Listen,
All right.
not ashamed.
All right. I am going to get this going in 3, 2, go.
No worries.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Danny.
All right. That was like off the bat. All right. Ariel.
Eric,
Under
Little
the
Mermaid.
Sea.
Danny.
1,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Nemo. Nautilus. League. 20,000 Leagues.
Submarine Voyage. Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage. I don't know.
All right.
Submarine Voyage? I don't.
All right. Medical soldier.
Medical soldier.
Nickname for medical soldier.
What?
Not a nurse.
Doctor.
Doctor Strange?
No. You're close. Y'all close.
Dr. Stephen Strange?
No. Too much.
Dr. Evil?
No. All right.
10 seconds.
Frankie, get better at this.
I know I'm not good. All right. One of the dwarfs.
Happy. Sneezy. Sleepy.
Angry,
Dog. Dopey.
Medical.
Doc.
So hold on.
Whoa.
I wasn't sure
What
how
just
you want to
happened?
give it.
What just
Oh
happened?
my God, I'm still counting his words. Hold on.
I can't feel my legs.
Okay.
Oh.
So, good job on Hakuna Matata. That was the easy one. I agree. Your wife says you're horrible at this, and I concur.
I can't even see the chat yet. Hold on.
Okay. Had you said little, what would have been the next word?
Mermaid?
Mermaid. You could have literally shaved off one word right there. Okay. The one he was trying to get you to say was doc. And
I
all
said
he
it
had
at
to
the
say,
end.
Too much.
yeah, but Brian said it before you, but time had already elapsed.
Damn it. Honestly,
So-
I didn't hear Brian. I was just shouting.
All right. You said 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, right?
Yes.
I'm going to leave this up to you guys. Brian guessed Nemo first. How critical are we of Captain?
I mean, he could have meant the fish.
That's where I'm at. He could have meant the fish.
But at the 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas, to me, I give it to him because 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is not the fish. It's about Captain Nemo. I mean, to me, Captain Nemo it's not really his name, but it's more of a rank of it that he given to himself. So.
Okay, well, let's see here. If I Google Nemo, let's see what comes up. Well,
Brandon
first
thought
is,
fish.
yeah, it's all Finding Nemo. And then a
Yeah, but
singer
what if
named
you
Nemo.
click on like the 4th page?
Let's see here. On the
Everybody
fourth
knows that's
page-
where the good results are.
It doesn't
the
even
dark
come up
art of
on
the internet.
similar movies.
All right.
Let's go.
Well,
Fourth page of Google.
the fifth word that he didn't even attempt. Frankie, do you want to take an attempt at this one now that you're not on the clock?
It would probably been Voyage of the Little Mermaid. Also,
Omnimover?
it said.
There,
Yeah.
How did you get that from Voyage of the Little Mermaid?
Because it's
Yeah,
an
why would you not
omnimover.
go with Haunted Mansion?
Why would you not get exactly Haunted Mansion?
Because that's the only like defining fact of it is it's an omnimover.
Haunted Mansion ride vehicle.
But that's more words.
Then Voyage of the Little Mermaid.
That's
Okay, never
syllables.
mind. I can't count. Wait.
Yeah,
Do you
right.
count hyphenated words as one word or two?
I don't know what I've been doing at this point anymore. This is going
Give
way
me the
quicker
numbers,
than I thought it
John.
was. All right, Steve, here come your words, my friend. Frankie, I do have to tell you that you are being punished because you used 27 words. So you are
Just
being
two.
deducted 20 points, but it is not enough for Steve to make a comeback on. So, however, here's the thing. If the both of them score higher than you, they go to the final. So you still could end up out. So if
What's the score right now?
so right now it's 150 to 100. You've got 150. Danny's got 100.
Brian?
So let's see if they split. Well, no, you've got 130.
Yeah, because my 20.
So technically speaking, Brian could get 3 and Danny could get 1 more, and both of them would go to the final and beat you.
Oh no, Danny lost her connection. Kidding.
All right, Steve, did you get your words?
Yeah.
Hey, come on. Listen, I tried to make them easy for you. I tried to give you words that would you knew.
Okay. And I have to get them to guess these words in 25 words or less.
Yes. And you can do them in whatever order you want to. You don't have to do them top to bottom like everybody else has. You can skip around.
Are there words I have to avoid?
Yeah, you can't use the word in the word.
I mean, okay, obviously.
So, for
Okay,
example,
let's go.
you can't say chicken when trying to say Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Lightning.
McQueen?
His movie.
Cars.
Yes.
All right.
Hall of Presidents.
Donald Trump. Barack Obama.
Animatronic.
There you go.
Brian.
She forgets everything.
Dory.
Brian.
James Basket.
All right. I see you.
The South.
Song of the South.
Splash Mountain.
Song.
Zippity doo dah.
Z-Doodah.
Yes.
Danny.
You're flirty. I'm
30.
reaction.
Disgusted.
Well, probably, but
I'm flirty. You're
10 seconds.
Hot.
Teddy Bear.
Time.
What?
All right. Hold on. Steve, I'm going to help you. You ready? Dwarf.
oh, fuck me. Oh, see, that didn't help much.
Happy.
No.
Sleepy.
Grumpy.
No. Frankie, would you like to take a stab at it?
No. I'm not embarrassing myself.
Guys,
ahead, Doctor.
bashful.
Oh.
That's what I was saying. You're flirty, then I'm bashful.
That was a terrible clue.
Shut up. You know
And
what, that
Dorf
was
didn't even
one-
help.
That was one dud for the other ones that we got. I don't want to hear it.
I will tell you, Brian, I was really rooting for you when you got those 2 in a row.
Ah, so close.
I'm like, you're so close. You almost took Frankie out. But, guys, we finally beat Station 71 at something.
Yeah!
We
I
did it,
hang my
guys.
head in shame.
And I'm texting Mario right now, letting him know. I'm just kidding. I'm not. All right. So officially, we have Frankie from the first round going on to take on Danny from the second round.
Oh boy.
Ooh, no. All right. All right. Here we go. So the rules in the final are going to be a tad different. So pay attention, guys. Brian and Steve, this is very easy for you guys. You guys are going to be guessing the words. It's going to be Danny and Frankie's responsibility to give you the words. Okay. But in order for this to work, I need you to take out your ear or take off your headphones and mute your what do you call it? Hold on, before you do it. Take off your headphones, Steve, turn down your audio, and then I need you guys not to be looking at the screen, okay? And then
shoot me a text when I can look.
I will shoot you a text when you can. Well, I guess yeah, no, I'll shoot you a text.
I gotta lower my screen and mute my speaker.
That's fine.
So.
And then Brian, can you see Discord without looking at the computer?
Yeah, I have it on my phone.
I will message you in Discord. So if you guys want to do that now, and then I will fill everybody else in on what we're going to do. All right, now that they're gone. They suck anyway. No one likes them.
Steve is already back. He didn't get
Steve, what are you doing?
All right, so
Real
here's
quick,
how
real
the
quick,
finals
real
are
quick.
going to
We
work.
have to test that they can't hear us. Brian, Country Bear Jamboree is the worst ride in Disney history. Okay, we're good. Steve,
Chupacabra's
Sasquatch
better.
isn't real. Okay, they can't hear
All
us.
right.
Go on.
All right, so here's
test.
how this is going to work. I'm going to give you guys 5 sets of 3 words. Okay. Now, since Danny scored higher, I'm going to let her pick which word she wants to do. We're going to do this 5 times. Okay.
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 I'm going to keep track on my phone what my words are.
What was that? Okay. I'm assuming my daughter is okay. Hold on.
Yay, being a dad.
Okay. Well, there was a huge crash. So, all right. So you have hard words, you have easy words, and then you have like middle of the road words. Okay. The hard words are going to be worth 1,000 points. The middle of the road words are going to be worth 500 points, and the easy words are going to be worth 250 points. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys 3 words. I will tell you which one they are. You can choose which one you want to give. And then at the end of the game, someone has to have the most amount of points. Okay. So for the first one, the hard word is heffalump. The middle word is Walt. And the third word, the easy word, is Mickey. Danny, of the 3, which would you like?
Heffalump.
All right. Frankie, you may choose from the other 2. Do you want Walt or do you want Mickey?
I'll take Walt.
What was that big crash? Are you okay? You going to live? All right. All right. Second round of words. Frankie, I'm going to allow you to go first this time. Do you want Brer Fox, hard word? Do you want Lillian, which is the medium word? Or do you want Donald, which is the easy word?
Give me Brer Fox.
Brer Fox it is.
That was
Danny, Lillian, or Donald?
I'll go with Lillian.
All right. Next round is Imagineering. This is going to be for Danny. Zazu or Goofy? And again, that's hard, medium, easy.
Imagineering.
You said Imagineering?
Yeah, I think as I'm doing this, I'm thinking of how I'm going to describe it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Frankie, Zazu or Goofy?
Zazu.
All right, Frankie, Duckburg, Phantasmic, or Pluto?
Phantasmic.
Danny, Pluto or Duckburg? Duckburg being the hard one.
Trying to think. if Brian will be able to get Duckburg.
Well, you don't know that you're going to be playing with Brian.
Yeah. Ooh.
You could be ending up with Steve.
Oh, shit.
Mystery.
I'll go with Goofy, just in case.
All right. And then I think, Annie, it's your turn to pick first, right?
Yes.
All right. Yensid, Liberty Square, or Daisy?
Yensid.
Liberty Square.
All right. Let me get this
Okay,
right.
John, I'm texting you mine just so you have them because that's where I wrote them down.
I've got a thing here, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Perfect.
You said Yensid, right? Yep. All right.
So Heffalump, Lillian, Imagineering, Goofy, and Yensid.
Yep. Okay. So what's going to happen now is how do we want to determine this? I am thinking of a number between 1 and 50, and whoever gets the closest is going to get to choose their partner. I hate Steve.
What the fuck?
All right. Frankie, number between 1 and 50.
25.
Danny?
It's a 50-50 shot now.
I know. I'm going to go with 17.
Oh, bad choice. It was 49. All right, Frankie, who's your partner?
I'm picking Brian.
God damn it.
All right. And that means Danny gets Steve.
All right.
All right. So I am going to bring them back. All right. So messages have been sent out. Here comes Steve.
Steve, I'm so sorry. I misunderstood the rules of the game.
What do you mean?
This is going to get ugly real quick. Frankie's going to win. I love you,
All right.
Steve.
So,
but
all right.
there's no
So
way.
here's what you guys missed. So I let them choose their words. There are hard words, there are medium words, and there are easy words. Okay, so we just
I
spent the
thought we
last
were
few
giving
minutes.
these to both of you, and I picked all the hard ones, banking on Brian, and I didn't get Brian.
So what she's alluding to is once all of the words were picked, we did a random thing of who was going to get who. Frankie ended up winning, and Frankie picked Brian. So Frankie is going to be giving his words to Brian with the intent that Brian is going to get them correct.
Uh-oh.
And net Frankie some points for the championship. And then once that is done, we're going to go over to Danny, and Danny
It's okay,
is going
Steve.
to give
I
him
think we
Steve.
can get 3 of them. I think we can get 3 of these. So
All right.
Now, for this one, I'm going to bump it up to 2 minutes. All right. So I'm going to give everybody an extra 30 seconds to do this. All right.
Can I go
So,
first
again-
and just get this done with?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Save the best for last, they say.
I know, right?
All right. So, Frankie, you can go any order you want to. It does not matter. I will calculate the points as we go. I don't even know if I'm going to hold you guys to the 25 words or less thing, but you know what? We're going to do it because it's been the rules the whole time. So 25 words or less. If you get to 25 words, we stop immediately. There's no going over.
Knowing how much Frankie talks, that gives me a little bit of faith in this.
That's what I'll say. You just helped out Danny.
All right.
So hang on, we're both guessing on this one.
No, just you. Frankie's
Just
going to give the
me.
words, and you
I'm
are
giving
guessing.
you-
Now,
Okay.
all right. Now, here's what I will say to Steve and to Brian. Guess and just keep guessing. Don't stop because you're going to waste time. All right. So if you don't get it, Frankie will tell you, or I will tell you if you get it right, and then we'll move on to the next thing, or he'll just say skip, and then we'll move on to the next thing. All right.
Okay.
25 words, Frankie. 2 minutes starting now.
Blank Eliza's Disney.
Walter?
All right.
Sure.
I'll count it.
Walt.
Bird Lion King.
Sorry, one more time.
Bird Lion King. Lion King Bird.
Oh, Zazu.
Best nighttime show.
Happily Ever After? Surely not.
Hollywood Studios.
Oh God, what is Phantasmic?
No bathrooms. Magic Kingdom.
Liberty Square.
And character in Splash Mountain.
Brer Rabbit. Brer Fox.
No.
Brer Bear.
All right.
You got it.
There you go. All 5 words. Tall order, Steve.
Steve, I think we can get 3 of these.
I already feel stupid. Let's go. Let's do this.
No. Have faith in yourself. I think we can do this.
All right. So I'm not going to tell you what you scored until we get to the end. I think it'll be more exciting that way. So
I'm
here we go.
start
Okay.
easy, Steve, and go harder so we can knock out the 3 that I think we can get, okay? I've got a strategy.
All right. So 2 minutes.
That's right. Just ease into it.
2 minutes, 5 words. No going over 25 words. Starting now.
Goofy?
Yeah.
That was good. I love that.
Ready? Disney backwards.
What?
Disney backwards. Spell Disney backwards.
What? Hold on. Y-E S-N-I-D.
Okay.
I don't know if I spelled that right at all.
Ready? Third. Disney. Engineer.
Imagineer?
Yeah. Okay. Walt's wife.
Oh. I don't know. Minnie?
Okay, we'll try this one. And woozles.
What does that even mean?
And woozles.
30 seconds.
I don't know.
Okay, let's go back. Spell Disney backwards.
I don't know.
Brian, would you have gotten all of these?
I think so.
Y-E-N-S-I-D.
Okay, say
10
that.
seconds. 5
Say
seconds.
it.
Is
4,
Ned?
3, 2, 1.
Can we
Time.
give him yes, Ned?
No, we cannot give him yes, Ned. Brian, what's the answer?
I don't know.
Yensid.
Jensen. Frankie,
What?
Disney's
Brian,
wife.
What does that even mean, even?
It's a character.
It's a character.
From a Disney movie.
From Phantasmic. No, Fantasia.
Brian, if I said Walt's wife, what would you have said?
Lillian.
Yep, and then and woozles.
Heffalumps.
Thank you.
Oh, all right.
I
Well,
gave some good
Weird.
hints.
You
Those
did.
were some good
I
hints,
have
yeah.
to. I need to look to John.
I mean, they were
for
probably
the,
fantastic hints if I knew what any of that was.
how many words were counted for that first clue is what I want to know.
for which one?
Her goofy clue.
Yeah.
One.
There was a handicap.
Out there, and
I
went,
figured
is
that was
even a
the
word?
best way to get Goofy across.
That was actually perfect.
It really was.
It worked for sure. All right. Well,
That.
it appears that Frankie's plan of going the middle of the road the whole way panned out because he got all of his with Brer Fox being the one hard one that he chose. Danny, not so much. Decided to go with a lot of hard words and ended up backfiring on her. So with a total of 1,250
Backfire.
points, Danny obviously did come in second place. Congratulations, Frankie. with a
Thank you.
commanding lead of 3,000 points. And Danny is so hurt right now that she can't even move. She's pulling a Brian. Oh man. All right. So some other things here. You used 17 words to get it done, Frankie. Danny used about 14. So you did use a few more words, but it doesn't matter. You won anyway. So good job, Frankie. I'm proud of you, dude.
That was actually pretty fun.
You reclaimed the title for us over Mario, who I absolutely am texting now. Danny just texted me. She goes, even my Wi-Fi is mad right now.
I do love how in the last round, with it only being Hyperion review people left, you like multiplied the point values by 10 to make it seem like you did even better.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. When I came up with all these words, I'm like, okay, this person's going to be given these words and this person's going to be given. So I gave Steve a bunch of easy words. And then I gave like Mario all the hard ones. And then he bailed.
He got wind of it. He's like, nope, I'm not doing this. Brian, can you come take care of this for me?
So I just text Mario. I'm like, we beat Station 71. He goes, nice. And I'm like, so now you guys suck and it's Brian's fault.
Great. Now I'm going to be the one getting ripped on for our next episode.
All right. Well, I think for like the next 15 minutes, Brian, you are more than welcome to hang around. I've got to go put a kid to bed and then I'll be back. And I think we plan on talking about some of the current events, the current Disney news that just came out recently. So if you want to hang out, you can hang out. If you want to go, you can go. It's your call, man. But
hey, if you'll have me, I'd be glad to stick around.
Always have you, man. So I will be right back, guys. Frankie, Steve, Brian, the show is yours. And I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, Dad.
So one of the news items that came out this week was a new food item, and it's over at the what the hell is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm crinkling. I have cough drops over here because I've been kind of coughing a little bit, and I didn't want to.
Who's popping popcorn?
I think the bag noise would have been worse than coughing.
Oh no, you're good. But no, at the steakhouse in the Canada Pavilion, they actually have a new food item that is beef fat candle, and it comes out with a country board. They put it out there with you. They light it on candle, and as the beef fat melts, you're able to actually eat it. It's all 100% edible. What's your thoughts on this, Brian? I'm curious to know is this something that you're willing to try?
Well, this is at Le Cellier, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's like I'm probably never gonna be able to eat there anyways. So I'm just. But I don't know, man. Like I usually have like a very like meat centric diet, but even this seems kind of like too far. Like that's intense.
And like, so I was watching about it this morning. It was on a YouTube channel that I found it. And it's one of those things I think I would like to try at least once, just to say, yes, I had a candle that was nothing but beef fat. But my curiosity is, how long does that beef fat actually hold up? You know, I guess I recommend they probably like put it in a freezer or something, or a fridge or something. And it just... You know, so I'm. I mean, to me, I love.
Welcome back, Danny.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out like the logistics of eating it. Like, how do you scoop up the fat with a spoon?
Well, no. Apparently, you're supposed to use a cracker.
Okay.
Like bread, maybe like a.
Yeah, it's used as like you could use it as like a dipping,
a crouton.
like a
crouton.
So
beef fat. I need to look at this thing. I literally found about this 45 minutes ago when you came. Wagyu beef fat candle. Apparently, this is a thing. Like, they have it in Denver.
Yeah, apparently it's really big, like in Europe and stuff like that. But why is it in the I guess it's big in Canada too. I mean, why else would it be in the Canada Pavilion?
It's probably just because Le Cellier is like their nicest steakhouse, and that's the only place they could think about putting.
And people say Americans are the only ones that eat gross.
I mean, Canada is basically America Junior. So
you say that, Steve, but this sounds like 100% American creation. You know that.
All right, so
Oh,
here it is.
I would
Here's
hope
what
so.
you get. It's a little candle. It's basically, I wish I could send this picture. I can send it to you guys. I wish I could show the viewers.
Do
But
share screen.
basically, oh, can I? Because I don't have that screen up right now. Let me see.
I don't know.
This one, share screen. Let's try this. Let's see what happens. Unable. Okay. Anyway, you get like a cutting board, and it's got, salami and liverwurst and stuff, and then it's got basically the candle on it. So
Yeah.
I wish I could share this.
And it's like Michelle said, because she was watching it with me, and it's supposed to take the place of butter.
All right. Are you able to see my screen? There we go.
Yes.
Here we go.
Hey, make sure you
Here we
close
go.
out those incognito tabs.
Why? What if I want you guys to see them?
No.
But yeah,
I don't need to see any of your weird Disney fan fiction fantasies.
Oh, we know it's Universal fanfic. Come on.
Because that's his dirty little secret.
Yeah, it's all about the.
That's right, Minnie. Take it hard. Oh, boy.
There you go. So you get like a little cheesecake slice. You get like, I don't know. I'm assuming that's like, it looks like, no, what is that?
Cutlery board.
Oh my God. Reuben. What's a Reuben made with?
Oh, that's corned beef.
Pastrami?
Corned beef. It looks like corned beef covered in caviar. That looks like liverwurst on the right side of the candle there. You get this like toast. So,
Are you supposed to be showing us something?
Yeah, no, it's not showing on your screen, right?
oh, is it not?
We see us. Yeah, we see Restream. It's like a weird little portal situation.
Oh, well, I'm just going to say forget it then, because I can't get it to work.
No, I was going to say, yeah, it's just showing,
right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
fine.
this is how technology works for us. It doesn't.
For our viewers, we will post it on our socials so you can get a better picture of it.
But in the meantime, you guys get to look at it. Oh, I'm not excited for this. It looks completely pointless, and it looks like it's something that would cost a couple $100 to enjoy.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the cost of it was. So, are we going to bring in our next news item?
Yeah, go for it.
So, earlier this week, Disney has decided to remove the mask from all outdoor areas. Now, you still are required to wear a mask inside on public or on Disney transportation, and if you're inside a queue for a ride, to the ride exit. What's our thoughts?
Stupid.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I'm vaccinated. I don't care.
Yeah, but I care about the people who have compromised immune systems who aren't vaccinated, and the cast members who haven't been vaccinated, and all that fun stuff. So,
well, to me, I've said this before. I'm planning on a trip during the summertime, and it depends on where the numbers are at while I'm in the area. Like if they're going through a little spike or something, I'll probably will be wearing a mask. Because number one, even though I do have the vaccination, I mean, if you have the vaccination, that doesn't mean you're 100% can't get it. Because you look at the New York Yankees, they had 8 members that were vaccinated that actually has COVID right now.
Thanks, Michelle.
Instead, I will. Yeah, no, she's always looking out for it. But so I'll probably take a look at the numbers before I go to determine if I'm going to wear it or not.
Go ahead, Danny, and then I'll say my piece.
I am of the opinion that from what I have seen from my cast member friends, most of them are very uncomfortable with guests not having masks on around them. And therefore, until the cast members that I know feel comfortable having people around without masks, if I go to Disney, which we're talking about doing in maybe October, we're going to Disneyland. If by then, we don't have to wear masks. Granted, it's California, so who knows? But
we'll be wearing them until the end of time.
Yeah. But I'm going to do whatever makes cast members most comfortable, because the way I look at it is like they have to be there. That's their job. I'm going into like their space. So I'm of the opinion people should still be wearing masks, you know, as shitty as it is and how tired I am of masks. I think it's better safe than sorry, because there's variants and shit out there that we just don't know how that's going to go yet.
So, man, I wish there were more people like you in the world, because I work with the public on a daily basis, and I get cursed out on a daily basis because, unlike the way you are thinking that you are coming into my world, most people have the exact opposite of "it's my world, you need to live in it." So I really wish there were more people like that, but unfortunately, the world we live in are full of Frankies, people who just don't give a shit about anybody else, and it's my life. I'm just kidding, Frankie.
We care about ourselves.
But what I will say is, I guess I'm surprised at this. I'm kind of excited about this, and I'll admit it's completely selfish reasons. I don't want to be in the Florida sun, in the sweltering heat, in all that humidity, wearing a mask when it's already uncomfortable, you know?
But then don't go to Disney.
And that's fair. I'm not even going to argue that.
Like, you know, and I'm not saying this necessarily against you, but there's a lot of people out there who believe like going to Disney is a necessity. Like,
yeah,
you know, their year is less if they don't go to Disney. And don't get me wrong, I haven't been to Disney since 2019 now. I miss it terribly every day. Last night, we saw fireworks going off on the side of the road on our way home, and I started singing Wishes from memory. Like, that's where I'm at in my Disney withdrawals. However, you know, like, it's not a necessity. And I think people who don't want to wear a mask, you know, do you, but now's not the time for you to go to a giant theme park with a lot of people who could get sick.
And going to what Michelle says, welcome to Texas. I mean, I'll be honest with you. There's been several places out here in Texas, especially West Texas. Now, I do travel a lot for work all over the state of Texas that has not even gone to mask at all, you know? And I mean, to me, yeah, I look at some of those people as selfish because of it, you know, because I mean, and they did have small little spikes, but also the population was like probably in some of these towns are probably like 25 people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like them and their cousins that live there, sort of deal. But
I went to some towns on Route 66 a couple months ago, just like that, where it's like the town is one street and nobody was wearing a mask, and they were looking at me and my friend because we were wearing masks. Weird. And
yeah, I've gone in several like gas stations because I stop and get fuel, and I put on a mask because I mean, San Antonio, we tend to be a little bit more left on the left side, and so we've actually had strict lockdowns. We've had all the mask and mandates and everything else. So I usually always wear a mask around my neck, anyways. And then natural habit, I put it on my mask, and you know, I get stared at. And I mean, I've gotten a little bit more comfortable where I don't wear a mask as much nowadays, you know. And John does point out the fact, like when I go to Disney, I mean, yeah, I don't have to go to Disney. I do feel like my wife is one of those people that you were talking about, Danny, that, you know. Cause
I don't think Michelle is. I think Michelle is smarter and has a more interesting life than basing her entire life around a Disney trip.
I don't know. You should see our calendar right now. But... No, but I mean, to me, when I go to Florida, you know, I really don't want to wear a mask, but at the same time, I'm under the impression if Disney requires it, yeah, I had no problem with if Disney required it, I had no problem with wearing it, you know. But since it's optional now, to me, I do have my vaccination. I hope by the time we get to that my Disney vacation, I'm able to say, yeah, there's a lot more people vaccinated. So we could have that herd immunity.
So here's what I will say, and I kind of want to, you know, call out Danny's dad for a minute. If there's anything we as Disney parks fans have learned, it's that people don't have common sense. at all.
No.
Oh,
Right?
even in Disney training, you're taught that, and John, I'm sure you can attest, when you're trained, you're taught about vacation brain
Oh yeah,
and how
absolutely.
everybody has vacation brain.
Yeah, nobody thinks their brains are packed in their suitcase. You have employees on TikTok drinking water out of toilets to get famous. Like,
Well, not anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
he's
well,
crying
yeah,
now
not
'cause
anymore.
he's banned.
He's
That guy
banned
just
for
got
life
2
now.
Universal cast members fired this week too, so he's a piece of trash.
He's on a roll for sure. But my point is, like, yeah, I agree. It's common sense. It's situational, right? But the problem is people can't be trusted to have common sense. So
No.
it's a very fine line that we walk with this.
Yeah, and my thing is like, yeah, even though the kids right now, the kiddos are not vaccinated, and that's the reason why I was kind of shocked by that. because-
Gina! Hey, Gina!
Wow.
What's up? That is not a face I expected to see. Sorry,
Who's
guys.
Gina?
Gina is my old assistant manager from my AT&T days, and she is
wow.
doing bigger and better things now because she left that crappy company and is now like super awesome selling cars and like super important. So like I'm just gonna.
So she
shame
left you
myself
behind.
in my head. Oh, she left me in the dust. Gone.
So one of the things that I think like is important to note, kind of off of what Michelle said, is that one of my big concerns, especially working in education, is we have some staff members, like at my school, they can't get vaccinated because of whatever reason. You know, they some of them have diabetes, and because the vaccination has sugar in it, you know, they can have complications, things like that. What happens when those kids go to Disney right before they go back to school, come back and they're carrying COVID unknowingly and give it to people back home? That's where my concern is. You know, like what if that kid, because a lot of people go on a trip right before school starts. If you take your kid or you to Disney and you catch it and you're a carrier, you're now taking it back to your home state with you and making it worse.
I don't know. I can't speak on the schools in your district, but I do know there's several schools here in San Antonio that, especially like Michelle is a teacher, and sorry, threw me off.
So for those of you, I'll interrupt for a sec. For those of you who can't see, I just put in our chat that Brian is moving. It's okay, guys. He's still alive, and then he just starts swaying.
But there's this, like Michelle's school is, if you go to somewhere, you know, and when you come back, you have to quarantine. They're not going to let you back into the school unless you quarantine. And
that's this school year, though. Districts are changing their rules very quickly.
Well,
so
I was about to say,
we don't even know what the rules look like for next year.
No, not right now. I don't. And I will say though, they do actually even go on like students' social media and call out a lot of their BS if they try to hide it too. Like there's a couple of students that actually had to quarantine after spring break because they went to Mexico and tried to hide it, and the school's like, no, we can't allow you back in here until 2 weeks later. Brian, you're being quiet. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, especially as someone who lives in Florida.
And someone who's about to have a kid, right? Because that's a whole different concern that he's feeling than the rest of us.
Yeah, and you know, I was going to say we went Friday to the parks, which was actually, I guess, the day before they announced that they were going to lift the mask ban, at least outside. A couple things that I saw that kind of surprised me actually was that one, the PhotoFast photographers were not only allowing people to take their masks off for pictures outside, but were actively telling them to do. Like me and Jordan, my wife, fully expected to just wear our mask for a photo pass that we had lined up for. We get to the front, and the PhotoFast photographer is telling us to take our masks off for the picture, which I thought I was like, whoa, okay, that's kind of weird. And I guess the other thing too, it's important to, I guess, touch on about this is that, you know, if Universal has lifted their mask ban too, if the CDC comes out and basically says it's okay, I kind of feel like Disney has to respond and lift this ban. You know, if everybody else is doing it, if they're saying it's okay, if there's, if more people are going to end up coming to the parks, or at least not come to the parks because you have to wear a mask, I understand why Disney has lifted the ban. That being said, you know, me personally, I just renewed passes a couple weeks ago, so we're going to be going a lot more frequently now. For the time being, yeah, I'm probably still going to be wearing my mask in the park.
Now, I have a question for you guys. How would you feel if, and I'm not saying I agree with this, it's something that I've seen people talk about on Twitter. How would you guys feel if you had to show your vaccination card to get into Disney?
I don't have an issue with it. I know some people do, and you know, me personally, I wouldn't mind showing my vaccination card. But you know, that's just personal opinion.
Yeah, no, and I'm with you where I wouldn't mind, but I knew Frankie was going to disagree, so I figured.
Hold on, Frankie, can I go? Because I know you're going to go for like 20 minutes. So let me just say my piece.
It'll be quick. But you go ahead.
So I'm not opposed to showing my card, but for me, especially having studied for 6 years of my college career, the Holocaust and genocide, right? Immediately, the first thing I hear is show me your papers. Like that is immediately the first thought that I have is it's almost, and I'm not comparing this to Holocaust Germany. I feel like I have to say that we are nowhere near that, but it's
not here. In other places of the world, maybe.
Maybe. Go ahead, Frankie.
So, and truthfully, I do have my vaccination card in my truck. So whenever I do travel, I could always have proof of it if I ever need to.
Yeah, mine's in my car.
Being forced, I disagree with the whole vaccine passport and all that stuff. And the reason why is because you got to realize there are some people that first off cannot get the vaccination. For example, your friend that has diabetes or some health problems. You've got people that don't believe in vaccinations at all. And I'm not talking about like the whole, we're not going to get vaccination. I'm talking about like they don't believe in vaccines at all, like any of them.
Yeah, I think one of them is the co-host of the Masked Singer.
Yep.
Yeah. But like truthfully, like I'm talking about like they believe in more traditional medicine, I think they call it. So they're not going to get the vaccination. And then also you've got people that are that just, it's to me, you open up a time to discriminate against those people that have legitimate reasons they cannot get the vaccination. That's the reason why I'm totally against like a whole vaccine passport. In my opinion, because then you're constricting those people.
In retaliation to that, because Frankie, I love you, but you will just keep going in circles. My question in retaliation to that is, when you sign your kids up for school, they have to have their vaccinations.
Yes.
What is the difference, in your opinion, of showing? Oh, John's already on this. I got something. Card and getting into a school and needing a vaccination.
Schools cannot require it due to the fact that this has yet to be FDA approved. It's only been emergency authorized approval right now. And there's nothing wrong with showing vaccines to a school. The reason why is because that's a government entity. In most cases, there are private schools, but also you've got to realize there's a lot of schools that already require vaccinations to a certain degree. Now, for the COVID, because this is not a FDA approved vaccine, they can't require it.
So if it becomes FDA approved, you'd agree that we
yes, it would be like it would be like the rest of the vaccines they have to get beforehand.
Okay. That makes sense.
So here's the other thing to consider. Schools cannot force every single person to get a vaccine. There are exceptions that can be made for medical cases.
Yes.
So
but
that
it's a
having
pain
been said,
in the ass to prove
it is
that.
a real pain in the ass. Absolutely. Understood 100%. But here's the difference. You're going to school 180 days a year. You're going to Disney for 7.
Yeah. And again, this is more just to give conversation. You know, if Disney asked for my vaccination card, or if they said, hey, if you don't want to wear a mask in the parks, you have to bring your vaccination card. Sure. Yeah. Fine.
I've given more to Disney for a lot less.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we all have.
But I'm not yeah, I don't know. I would show him my card. I wouldn't even think twice about it. But I'm not going to be that asshole that's like, oh, you're a Disney. Where's your vaccine card? Like, why aren't you wearing a face mask? Like, if I saw someone walking by me at Disney, I'm just going to be like, idiot. And I'll just keep walking, Like,
there was a controversy that I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter this week involving masks. Before this was announced, a very popular...
I'm not a Republican. I'm vaccinated. That one?
Yep. That would be great, but no. So there was there's a Disney influencer who made a comment on Twitter about how she's going to start yelling at cast members.
Don't be a Karen.
She's going to start yelling at cast members who don't enforce masks. So she was seeing people pull down their mask and she said she was going to yell at cast members. She's a very popular Disney influencer. And cast members were like, I don't have the energy to yell at people all day.
Yeah. No, I with that 100%.
Yeah.
I do that all day at work.
Curious.
It's stupid.
What do you do on your vacation?
Yeah. It's so stupid. You know what? If this last year has taught me anything, it's that we had an opportunity for everybody to mind their own business for the better part of 9 months of the year. And somehow we still found a way to stick our nose in places it shouldn't be.
Yep.
So
you're right, Michelle. I'm
Brian,
probably the only one.
Do you, now knowing, since you're out of the four of us, the most likely to go to Disney the most often, do you feel like you'll feel any more unsafe in the parks? Seeing what you've seen now with how Disney's handling it, do you've already said you're going to wear a mask, but do you think it's going to affect how you feel? And especially if you have a pregnant wife, how do you feel about other people not wearing a mask around you?
Which, speaking of not like throwing business out there, but look at how cute this picture is.
Cute.
For the record. Look at that.
Oh,
I saw it on Facebook first and then immediately went to Discord.
But wait. Did you notice the self-promotion in the photo, though?
I did notice the self-promotion. Still a little hurt that he didn't pick my design, but we'll go back to that.
It was beautiful. I have to say it got last place in the voting.
Oh, so my design to be his. Mine was actually drawn in crayon.
No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I think Frankie, yours was last place. But...
You told me. Anyway. I don't care. Just draw one. But no, go ahead and answer Danny's question.
So, from what I said from last year, when we went in the very beginning of, I'll say the pandemic, before Disney had, closed the first time around, Disney did better than almost any other business around me, I would say, aside from a doctor's office during the whole pandemic, about trying to keep things clean, keeping things safe, being overly cautious for the most part. So I would still say that, yeah, I feel safe going. If I didn't feel safe going, I wouldn't go. I still see Disney putting a lot of work into cleaning. They're still doing temperature scans. They're still doing some social distancing.
They're doing way more than SeaWorld.
Yeah. And, I just think that, it's kind of like anything. You wouldn't go, you go and you assume that you're accepting some risks by going into the park. And, you just have to kind of weigh that. Is the risk enough for me to overlook it and go and have fun? And at this point, with Disney still, I think, doing a good job of social distancing, still requiring masks indoors, and still doing a good job with the cleaning and everything, that, yeah, I feel safe enough to go with mask probably for a while, and enjoy it and have a good time.
All right. Well, I think, unless we have any more dire news that we want to talk about, I think we've gone about 15 minutes over our allotted time.
I think that big one kind of just wiped out the rest of the news, really.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, Brian, man, I definitely appreciate you coming on the show and not only just filling in for Mario. I do appreciate you legitimately being on the show as Brian, So,
well, thank you.
Thank you for that.
I have a blast every time I come on here, and it's always good playing games, even though we didn't take home the gold this time.
Hey,
Don't
you know,
worry,
I will
we have
say,
some stuff up our sleeves. So don't worry, you might get a chance to redeem yourself.
Ooh,
I will
boy.
say, I think Station 71 game night's coming up pretty soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, I think it is. I need to check that.
I may or may not have been asked to come on it, and I just haven't told my counterparts.
You probably
yet,
know more
so-
than I do, honestly. I just like if I'm not doing a history episode, I kind of just like they're like, "Hey,
Show
Brian,
up.
show up."
Just
Yeah, and I'm like,
go with the
"Okay."
flow.
Hey, that's more than some people, so you're doing great.
Oh, that's mean, but also true. Oh. All right, guys. Well, again, Brian, thanks for coming on, man. We definitely appreciate it. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
One of the greatest things that's ever happened to me is to become a father, and I'm so excited for you to have that opportunity. And
Thank
I
you.
will have your father's gift in the mail here, just so you know it's drugs and alcohol, because you're going to need it.
Definitely.
Especially
Hey,
sleep.
I'm still waiting on that Club 33 membership that you promised me. So.
Inside joke. All right. Well, everybody, thank you again for joining us on the Hyperion Review Live. We did announce it. I think it was last week, or I guess it was 2 weeks ago. We're going to be doing this bi-weekly now. So the next time you will see us is going to be May 30th. That is a Sunday evening. I don't know what we're going to be doing, but I'm sure we've got something planned. The other thing I will say is that we did have an episode released just a little bit ago. You can see it right here. It is Mulan, the 2020 version. And it is the first and hopefully only episode where one of the hosts actively refused to watch it. I'm not telling you who it is. You got to listen to it to find out who it is. I wonder.
And I'll say I think we did a better job of reviewing it than our counterparts at the Station 71 too.
I forgot they did that episode.
They destroyed it.
Yeah,
So if you wanna
spoiler
hear-
alert, that movie was awful.
So if you want to hear what we thought about it, if you want to hear if we disagree with the statement that Brian just made, definitely download that episode. Give it a listen to. I don't know if Brandon is still here, but Brandon, thank you for the shout out. Thank you for the review on Apple Podcasts.
Mhm.
And Sam,
We definitely appreciate it. And Sam, I don't know if Sam is here, but Sam did get a
she's
special
not,
shout
but
out
I'm
on
gonna
the
have her
episode.
rewatch it so she can see that we shouted her out. 'Cause I love her.
So other than that, I think that's it, guys. You got anything you want to add?
I'm good on my end.
What movie are we doing this week? Because I 100% don't remember.
I guess we're gonna have to tell after the show because I don't want to
Oh, God.
release it. I don't know.
Oh no. Listen, I started school this
and
week.
Michelle.
I started school this week. My brain is fried. I've had to look at so many stars.
Oh, you know what? I do have one more thing I want to add, and this is from way earlier in the episode. I believe it was Carly who asked when we were going to be having a listeners versus hosts game night. So if that is something you guys want to do, let us know on social media. We know at least one person wants to do it, but if you guys want to create a team and take us on, we will absolutely destroy you like we destroyed Brian tonight. We have no problem with that.
Yeah,
He's never living this down.
We'll be happy to prove ourselves, I guess you could say.
Yeah. So,
I mean, here's the
all
thing
right,
with
everybody.
Brian, though.
Go
All
ahead.
he has to do is say 2 words to piss you off, and it's Family Feud.
Oh. All right, everybody. Well,
All
that was
right.
Danny. She's no longer on the show. Until 2 weeks from now, my name is John. That's Danny below me. We got Frankie off to my, is that my left? I don't know. It depends on which
It
way you're
works on
looking
my
at it.
way.
And then we got Brian down in the corner. Steve had to go because he had a bedtime. Everybody, thank you for coming. We will see you in 2 weeks on May 30th for the next episode of the Hyperion Review Live.
Bye.
Bye.